il tombe. Oh là là, baba. Oh, putain, oh merde. Baba, binalar. Oh là là. Wesh. Ouais, hepsi düştü. Oh.
Regardez.
Va.
Elle a pas ma voiture. C'est dans les monstres. Regarde. Tu vois, la voiture,
On the afternoon of October 20th, 2025, skies over northern Paris darkened dramatically as towering cumulonimbus clouds formed a vast, rolling wall of gray. Within the hour, a rare and violent tornado touched down in the town of Ermont, Val-d'Oise, just 20 kilometers from the heart of Paris. The storm's sudden formation stunned both residents and meteorologists, marking one of the most severe weather events ever recorded in the Île-de-France region.
Wallah, subhanallah, subhanallah. Les bâtiments ils sont cassés, wesh.
Def the tornado, classified as an EF2 with winds nearing 180 kilometers per hour, struck a densely populated district near an active construction zone. In mere minutes, it left a trail of devastation. 3 massive construction cranes collapsed, one crashing onto a rehabilitation center for children with disabilities. A 23-year-old worker lost his life, and 10 others were injured, 4 critically.
Voilà ce qu'elle a fait la tornade. Poubelle en haut. Le mur du cimetière a explosé. Câble électrique là, très dangereux, très dangereux.
Witnesses described a terrifying scene. The sky changed color, then came a roar like a freight train, recalled teacher Marie Leva. We saw objects flying, and the crane fell like a toy. At a nearby elementary school, terrified children huddled in the basement as windows shattered and the roof lifted. The town center fell into chaos.
Fais gaffe que ça se casse pas sur la gueule.
Regarde là-bas,
Est-ce qu'on
sur le toit.
Faut fermer le volet. Ah mais non, c'est mort. Oh, mais c'est ça. Ah putain, merde.
La voiture, on va voir
La
la
voiture
voiture.
va être niquée, c'est mort. Putain.
Les grues.
Electricity failed across 10 districts. Roads were impassable, blocked by uprooted trees and debris. Cars lay crushed beneath twisted metal. Dozens of firefighters from Val-de-Marne and Paris raced to the scene, deploying over 80 personnel through the night to rescue trapped victims, clear debris, and stabilize structures. French Interior Minister Laurent Nunez visited Ermont hours later, calling it a rare and extremely violent event, and warning that climate change is now reshaping weather risks even in areas once considered safe. He announced that early warning systems would undergo review, as the tornado formed too rapidly for radar systems to detect in time. Meteorologists explained that the twister was triggered by a deep atmospheric depression, its pressure plunging to 980 hectopascals as it moved from southern England toward northern France. Warm, humid air from the south collided with a cold northern front, producing violent instability that birthed a vertical vortex, the tornado that tore through Ermont.
Oh là là, ça tourne. Ah, c'est une tornade. Wow, Louis, regarde en face.
Experts from Météo France noted that while tornadoes remain unusual in France, their frequency and power are increasing. We're observing patterns reminiscent of the American Midwest, said climatologist Dr. Aldi Martin. This event is a warning, he continued. We can no longer rely on the climate behaviors of the past.
Ouais. Alors, à mon avis, les maisons que tu as brûlées, là, c'est tout cartonné.
Amid the devastation, acts of solidarity flourished. Dozens of residents opened their doors to the displaced, while the town gymnasium became a temporary shelter equipped with food, water, and psychological aid.
T'as vu la tornade là-bas?
Il y a des grues qui sont tombées.
Mais oui.
C'est normal.
The French Red Cross coordinated closely with local officials, ensuring swift support for families left homeless. Yet frustrations simmered over outdated infrastructure. We've been asking for years for power lines to be buried, said resident Jean-Pierre Moreau. They're a danger in storms, but no one acts until tragedy strikes. He added that drainage systems and public buildings in Ermont hadn't been modernized in decades, leaving the town vulnerable. 2 days later, Mayor Claire Duboc convened an emergency council meeting, pledging new investment in infrastructure and modern warning technologies. We will not let this tragedy pass without change, she declared. This is a wake-up call for our city and for France.
Vas-y.
Nationally, the disaster reignited debate over climate resilience. Lawmakers proposed creating a national agency for climate adaptation and disaster preparedness. The agency would integrate scientific data, urban planning, and infrastructure policy to better anticipate extreme weather.
I lost some stuff. Think we should go ahead and close it?
The psychological toll on the community was profound. Many children witnessed destruction firsthand, leading the city to partner with mental health organizations for long-term trauma counseling. The government announced 2 years of free therapy for affected families, focusing on post-traumatic recovery and emotional resilience. Grassroots volunteer groups also emerged, training residents in first aid and emergency response to strengthen local preparedness.
I'm looking for my blanket. Oh, can I look for my blanket?
Hey, don't worry. We're okay.
Economically, the impact was heavy. Insurance claims surged, and the government allocated $15 million for reconstruction, requiring all rebuilding efforts to follow updated climate adaptation standards. Architects and engineers are now designing reinforced structures capable of withstanding stronger winds and extreme rainfall. The tornado also left deep environmental scars. Hundreds of trees were uprooted, disrupting Ermont's delicate urban ecosystem. In response, the city launched a reforestation initiative using wind-resistant and deep-rooted species, designed to absorb storm impact and prevent soil erosion.
La maison n'a plus de toit.
Academia has also mobilized. The Sorbonne University, alongside Météo France, began developing advanced AI-driven models to predict tornado formation across Western Europe. The Ermont event now serves as a crucial dataset in understanding how climate shifts are altering atmospheric dynamics in temperate regions.
Dieu merci, ma voiture elle arrive. Allez, tous les arbres ils sont à terre. Oh, pousse-toi Camille, pousse-toi. Non maman, oh, je suis en train de me chier dessus là. Ça s'arrête.
Ah, mais ça, les tornades, on est plein.
La voiture de Rudy.
Culturally, the disaster has left a lasting impression on France. Documentaries, literature, and art exhibitions are emerging, reflecting themes of nature's power and human resilience. A memorial will soon stand at the site of the destroyed rehabilitation center, a monument to remembrance and preparedness. Ultimately, the Ermont tornado marks a defining moment in France's approach to climate risk. It symbolizes a shift from reaction to prevention, from reliance on luck to commitment in adaptation. The lesson is clear. Resilience is not built solely from concrete and steel. It's forged in unity, awareness, and the determination to change.